Comey, after taking the post down, said he didn't understand what the numbers meant and that he doesn't support violence against anyone. But meanwhile, the Secret Service says they take posts like this seriously and they're investigating. Craig?
All right, Garrett Haig traveling with the president there in Abu Dhabi. Garrett, thank you. Quick programming note here. Kristen Walker's going to have a closer look at the president's tour and goals in the Middle East, along with an exclusive interview with his former vice president, Mike Pence. If it's Sunday, it's Meet the Press.
Now to the high-stakes push for peace in Ukraine. Delegations from the U.S., Russia, and Ukraine meeting today in Turkey, including the first face-to-face between Russian and Ukrainian officials in more than 3 years. NBC's chief international correspondent Keir Simmons is in Istanbul for us. Keir, good morning. What's the latest?
Laura, good morning. And a flurry of news since these talks wrapped up in the historic palace behind me there. Perhaps the headline is that they didn't fall apart. They lasted for almost 2 hours. Both sides, the Russians and Ukrainians, say they've agreed to swap 1,000 prisoners apiece. They also say that they are considering a proposal for their leaders to meet. So that's President Putin and President Zelensky. But the headline today really is that President Trump says that he thinks it is now time for him to meet with President Putin, saying, I think it's time for us to just do it, and saying that he's asking his team to organize that meeting as soon as we can set it up. Now, critics will say that this will represent President Trump rewarding President Putin for his obstinacy. He didn't come to these talks. The Ukrainians said he sent a low-level delegation, but the Kremlin, though, saying that you cannot overestimate the importance of a meeting like that. Meanwhile, President Zelensky says he has spoken to President Trump with other European leaders since the meeting here. So, Laura, many headlines
here we see
coming
where
out of
that
this.
goes. Thank you. Appreciate your reporting.
All right, let's check back in with Mr. Roca, get another look at the weather.
That's right. Out west, gorgeous.